Bechol Ace. So Aaron shouldn't come at all times into the holy. Chelik Beis, Kuf Nun Vav Beis. Look in Zohar about this. And look what it's brought about, how Moshe loving to Hashem at that time. So you have also there the word Be'es used. Be'esahi in that time. And look what's brought about, the concept of that you give them all is ochlam be'ito in their time, give them their food in their time. Al pasuk boker chulu esashelo vivada esashelo concerning proving Aaron against Korah. Chelik Aleph, Pei Aleph, Kuf Yud Vav Beis, Kuf Tzadik Dalet Aleph, Chelik Gimel, Nun Ches Beis. Hamechuvan, and the intention here is Shelo Lechaber Chas V'Sholom, B'chinas V'Shivcha Ki Sirash Chulu. So in general, the concept of Ace is the concept of time, the concept of Malchus, and in general, you should not go b'chol Ace at all times, because you shouldn't unite the Shivcha. The Shivcha shouldn't inherit the matron. So you have to specifically go in the time of the Malka, I guess, time of the queen. Ach ze pashut. Ubechol yom perush. Ube kaf yud perush. Ki b'chol is ki im biyom hatzom. What does it mean at all times? You can't go at all times. You can only go the day of the fast day, Yom Kippurim, Yom Kippur. But that needs looking into, because in Medrash Rabbah it brings, what does he mean at all times? Anytime he wants to. We can therefore, and according to this, we could say Yesh Lomar Ki Aliyus Knesset Yisrael Ayidei Shushvina de Matronisa, that you have the elevation of the souls of Israel through the escort of the queen. That's Aaron B'chol Yom Hu Knisasu Behechal Gorem Yichuda Elyon, and every day he enters the Heichal and causes a supernal union. Ein dibor amaschil v'ata tetzave ach aliyas b'kodesh hakadoshim keser. So dafka b'shabbos shabbason chulu, but its elevation all the way up into the Holy of Holies, into keser. So that's specifically on the Shabbos of Shabboses. So every day he goes into the Holy, I guess, to light the menorah and so forth, or something like that. And only on Yom Kippur, the Shabbos of Shabboses, then you go into the Holy of Holies. So perhaps he divides between the idea of the Aliyah every day, B'chol Eis Shiyotze, of the Medrash Rabbah, and the B'chol Eis of the Perush of Kaf Yud. Gam Yishlomer B'chol Eis Ki Yesh Malchus T'Bi'ah. We could also say at all times, because there's Malchus of B'Yitzir Asiyah, Shishim He Machalu, the 60 queens, Ach Achasi Malchus Tatzilus. But in comparison, you have one who is my dove. That's the concept of Malchus of the world of Atzilus. V'Aliyah B'Kodesh HaKadoshim Rak B'Bechina Zu, and the elevation into the Holy of Holies is only with this aspect of Malchus. You can't go with, but all the times, all the Malchus, the lower Malchus, Malchuyos, only the concept of Malchus of Atzilus. Ki be'anan ira'eh, because I will show myself in a cloud, Parshas Achrei Nuntes Aleph Eirah Chosim Bolet. I will show myself. That's a seal that's sticking out. Giloi, the concept of revelation. The first you have to have a sunken seal. Before you have the seal that sticks out, inami biyom kippurim malchus k'mobina chulu. Or you could say that on the Yom Kippur, malchus is like bina. So I guess that it's a concept of viraya. I will show myself in a way that I usually don't. Tikkun Zohar lamites aleph v'kamaitos yesh kuftalad beis gimel kuf ches aleph. And in Tikkun Zohar it talks about there's a number of different times, but he doesn't elaborate. Bezos, with this he'll go into the Kodesh. Yoma Dalet Aleph Sheyifro Shiva Chulu. What does it mean with this? That is, he separates himself for 7 days. Ki Yom Kippurim Bina Tmina, because Yom Kippur is Bina, which is the 8th. So he separates 7 days before he gets to the 8th, because Yom Kippur is the 8th level. Tisa, so of Parshas Bezos Bizchus Hamila, and in Parshas Tisa, in the end of I guess Medrash Rabbah, it says that he went in the merit of the Milah on the 8th day. So he separates himself for 7 days. So the 8th is corresponds with the Milah. Shenamar Zos Brisi, like it says that this is my covenant. Ve'emuna kol Zos, and it's trustworthy. All of this. So the Emuna is with the Zos. V'kayim aleinu chulu, and it's established upon us. Parshas Bo Lamed Zayin Beis Truma Kufnun Ches Beis Rish Parshas Chukas Vayim Be Alf Aleph Sham Ve'es Alos Chulu. But he doesn't bring it. Very much because of Sof Dibur Maskil Kol Dodi Bin Mikapis Alagvos. Look what's brought about jumping on the mountains. Very much because of Binyan Kim Bezos Yisrael. Look what's brought about with the Zos. With this, he will praise. With the again concept of Bezos. That the Hillel is on this level. Rabos b'makomo kama b'chinos zos shekulam b'malchus tinkasav b'chaye. So there's a number of concepts of this, and all of them are in malchus. That's what the B'chaye writes. So if Parshas Bamidbar Yud Gimel Daled v'zos asu chulu v'zos chulu, then this is what they should do. And so forth. Bezos Yav Aaron Ki Elias called Nivra Latzilus Yefshaki Maidia Malchus Chulu, because the elevation or maybe it's Bezos Asu that they should take Torahs. Because in the elevation of into Atzilus, you can't do it unless it's through Malchus Chulu. So that's why it says Zos Asu. You want to go up to Atzilus, you have to have Zos. Or V'zos Asu could be by Yaakov with going to Yosef. Milu Klechem Bar. That going to Yosef is similar to the Kohen Gadol going into the Holy of Holies. Ki Aliyah v'teida, and you should know the Gam uPesach Pasach Hashem Dilu Gala Pesach Malchus, also what it means that Hashem jumped over the door. So that's the concept of Malchus. The Pesach is Malchus, jumping over the door. Look at the Mamar, in order for that you should fear, and there it explains this strength in Malchus specifically. So in the Mamar, in order so that you should fear, there it explains how Malchus specifically can do this, because the Keser, the beginning is tied into the end, Keser, and connects the infinite with Hatzilus, Hamechaber in Sof Hatzilus. Lamantira, in order to, I'm sorry. Korach Samechei Beis Bezos. So in Zohar Korach it explains with this Taf Yud Shana. So it's Gematria Taf Yud, which is, I guess, the time of Bayis Rishon. Kuf Daled Vav Samach. Not sure what Kuf Daled Vav Samach is. Chelik Aleph Amud Beis, Sof Amud Aleph Beis, Chelik Beis Nun Aleph, Sof Amud Aleph Nun Zayin Aleph. Vayin Mashakos Val Pasuk Hanefilim Hayu, Chelik Gimel, Chelik Beis. Look what's brought in the verse, that the Nephilim were in the Aretz. Chelik Beis, Chelik Gimel, Ches Beis, Bezos, Besimcha. That with this Aaron should go in with joy. The Aleph Binyan Zeh, Korban Aaron, looking Aleph concerning the Korban Aaron. Lamazayid Beis. Kuf Ches Aleph Bezos, Od Masha Kasuv, or Ol Malchus Shemaim. With this, he should go in with Ol Malchus Shemaim. Look what's brought. The Mamar, how you should greaten the strength concerning this idea, I guess, of Bezos being Ol Malchus Shemaim. Mashakazov Sof Tibor Amas Chelaki Sishma Rishnu Vav Beis Vayim Mashakazov Binyan Ubalo Lekeren Zor Cheli Gimel Bamidbar Kufches Moralef. That what does it mean that he comes to the corner of the Mizbeach? So in Zohar it explains that Tchilas Avodah Tzarich Lios Bebechinas Yira Keren Chulu, that the beginning of the Avodah, the first corner he reaches is the concept. The first place he reaches is the corner. That refers to fear of Hashem. And Hashem, look over there. V'zeu b'zos yira yavo Aaron el HaKodesh, and that's the idea of, and that with this, with fear, Aaron should come to the holy. That's the beginning of Avodah. El HaKodesh Chachma Elyona, to the supernal holiness of the supernal wisdom of Chachma. Al derech ma shekasu b'Torah b'dibar maschil kuchu mitchem truma echiskafya gavor b'bechina achas mischavcha. That it's brought in the Mamar and Truma, how iskafya in one aspect is greater than hishafcha. The bending of oneself and pushing oneself is greater than flipping oneself into something else. The beginning of the avodah has a greater aspect than the end of the avodah. Shme'or lamar leyoser, that it awakens even higher. Machmas habitol sheish b'zeh yoser, because you're nullifying yourself more. So when you want to go into the Holy of Holies, then you have to have his iskafia specifically. Through this, you draw down the ayin, kamokein yira, legabe ava, so to fear in comparison to love, lechem bezos, shi yira davka yavo Aaron. That's why Aaron specifically will come with fear. Im hiyoso avaraba, even though Aaron is corresponds with great love, the love of Arich, but if he wants to go into the Holy of Holies, he has to have specifically fear, which is also the idea of his iskafia, and it's milo over isavcha. Concerning how he comes to the corner. Ein b'mareches perigimel. Look in mareches elokus. B'achayit sham, in the parish of the chayit sham chavin lahamshich tosefes haor b'aksavos sheyihya yichud. That the intention to go to the corners is to draw down extra light into the sides. What are the ksavos? What are the corners? That refers to the union of the different sides, in order so that you should unite the sides, like the concept of the Yud Gil Blazig Vuli Alachsan, I guess. Look like what it says, that just like you can't have a world without sides, so too you can't have a world without the Holy One must be He and so forth. Mizrachis, Tzfonis, or without Torah. So you have the concept of the northeast, Yichud Abba V'Ima, that's a union of the mother and the father. That's the corner, is both directions together. That's pleasure specifically in understanding, that you have the pleasure of beyond understanding of Chachma, that's united with understanding of Bina. So that's Mizrachis Tzfonis, it's the corner. Asher Tzafan Techulu, that you've hidden. That Tzafon is that you've hidden. Masha Inkin Mizrach Atzmo, Abba, which is not the case with Mizrach itself. That's the brains of Abba. Lamaila Mahasaga. So or Bina is Tzafon, which is the pleasure that's Tzafun in the Tainug that's in Bina. And Mizrach itself is Abba, that's beyond understanding. In order to have a union of both the mother and the father, you have to draw down from the crown, which is as like it's brought on the verse that I had my myrrh and spices, and that's why he comes to the corner. So I guess the corner Karen is also from Lashon of Keser or something. But he comes to the southern corner. Ata kohen le'olam, that you are kohen forever. I guess that darom is chesed, that you are kohen to the world. What does it mean to the world? Lahamshich mimelchila, to draw down from the supernal king. Kodesh HaKadashim, the Holy of Holies. Zeu darom, and that's the south. Ach bezos yavo Aaron yira. However, what we say with this, Aaron comes with fear. Zeu lekeren dromis, and that's to the southern corner. Vaz mizrachis, and then to the east, so dromis mizrachis. V'ruach kadim kadmona shel olam chulu, which is the mizrach is the kadim, is kedem. So chesed and mizrach together is the chesed of the kedem, to draw down from kedem. It's the hamshacha from keser, from Kodesh HaKadashim, kadmona shel olam chulu, the first one of the world.